All right, fabulous. And we are live. We've made it to another Wellness Wednesday. We are here with our Wellness Wednesday guru. I believe she's over here. Heather, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing today, Alicia?
Good. I know we're having a really nice break of sunshine right now, so
It,
we'll soak that in.
it is. It's beautiful. Right now, I woke up this morning. It was so foggy you couldn't see across the street. So it's beautiful now.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Something
I'm
to be
so
grateful.
excited. So excited
Good,
for today.
good. So we've been talking a lot about mindfulness, ourselves. Today, we're going to kind of a little bit switch it up with our Wellness Wednesday. We're going to keep putting ourselves first. We want to keep that commitment and continuing our self-care journey that you begin with us every week. I really hope that you can realize and appreciate the positive impact this is going to be on your life and taking time for yourself, for your overall well-being. So we can get started there. Perfect. So we want to be able to put ourselves first and acknowledge that we all really need time and space for ourselves. At least I personally do. I'm a little bit busy sometimes. So this idea of like a holistic well-being and living a balanced life, it sounds a lot easier than it might be. But I think it's really important that you take more than just this 15 minutes today. So throughout the week, we can take time and put yourself first. So Alicia, anything that you do to put yourself first, particularly?
I think it's about recognizing when that rest is needed versus when I just feel like it, right? And so really putting myself first to be like, okay, like I need a moment or I need to sleep in today and navigating that. So I think that like that's how I do it at least. I know this weather has certainly been playing with my head. So those extra little half hour sleep in, yeah, totally worth it.
No, I think that's great. And honestly, Alicia and I swear to God didn't talk about this in advance, but her talking about sleep is something that really is a big part of what we're going to talk about today is like the physical health and well-being of like us. So if you want to go to the next slide there, Alicia, we've really been talking about like our emotional, our spiritual, our mental health so far. So with mindfulness, we know that it's going to reduce our anxiety and our stress. We're able to cope with situations a lot better. Our spiritual health can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I know for me, I grew up in a Catholic school. So to me, spiritual is always like God or church. But I've really realized that that's not at all what it is to me nowadays. It's more of like an attitude and a way of being. I really find a sense of calm and connectedness with my spiritual health and well-being. So I really, really hope that you folks have also found that throughout these weeks. Our emotional health, we really focused on that when we worked on gratitude. So hopefully you've realized you're a little happier every day, finding some joy and appreciation and everything. So today we're really going to talk about the physical health. And if it's a priority for you, I know at the end of the day, especially when I'm working from home, I've really noticed that I'm not taking good physical care of myself. So this week I was a little bit selfish, and that's what we're going to focus on for our Wellness Wednesday this week is like our physical health. There's tons of benefits, so at least you can keep going. It doesn't matter where there's no particular order. So physical health is sort of includes these four areas. So if you want to take a screenshot or write these things down, it's going to include some physical activity, some nutrition and diet, some medical self-care. So that's talking about prioritizing like our little minor ailments and injuries, and rest and sleep, which Alicia talked about, being able to just enjoy it and sleep in. Getting a high quality of sleep is also another part of this. So I really urge you this week to commit every day to acknowledging your physical health, along with your mindfulness. I really hope every day you're doing some meditation or mindfulness. So let's add in some physical health. So for me, I'm going to drink more water. I already had my banana at my desk. For me, I really enjoy stretching. So even if at night when you're watching TV, if you can sit on the ground and do some really good stretching before we do that, while you're watching TV.
Yeah, isn't it like each commercial is like 30 seconds? So, you can hold a stretch for 30 seconds. I know Netflix, we don't have commercials, but, even just sitting on the floor and reaching for your toes for a little bit can be really
When they
helpful.
ask you for the next episode, maybe you should, that's when you take a break and start stretching.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Take a 5-minute stretch break. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Even today, it's beautiful outside. So, like, if you can get outside while the sun's still out today before it starts raining, or if you can have a power nap today, that's something else that's going to add to your physical health. So yeah, we really just want to go through this and really focus on your physical health this week and really try and prioritize yourself. I think that's a really, really important part for it. For rest and sleep, if you want, there's this app, it's called Headspace, and they have a great free, like you can add on to it, but you can add the free meditation, the night sleep one is amazing. So pop that on, listen to that for 5 minutes before sleep, try it out. And if it doesn't work, try something else. So these are just some cute little photos here to take care of yourself today. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. If you want others to be happy, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. So just take this week and really put yourself first. That's really, really what I'm hoping you can do. And take this time and just sort of get relaxed and find some balance and not only set aside time for yourself, but think how you can focus and prioritize yourself throughout the week, each and every day. So if you want to get comfy, we're just going to do a little meditation here. You can imagine yourself walking through this garden, whatever you would like, to be honest with you. We just want to start improving our overall physical health. And if you have time, hopefully you can stick around for a little guided meditation with us. And we know that it can be really hard every day to sort of focus and begin each day. We always have all of these different tasks that we want to work on that are always sort of competing for our attention. Very often we can get easily distracted, and sometimes we tend to fall into this pattern of being more reactive towards certain things. But if you look at people who have good prioritization skills in their life, there's usually a sense of calm, there's a sense of clarity, there's a sense of purpose and composure to this prioritization. But most of that comes from the ability to be present, to not be caught up in the distraction. So that's what we're going to focus on this week. And at the same time, learning how to plan and reflect your progress. As we begin to think about how we can minimize the number of our choices and how that might help us prioritize. But right now, just get comfortable, somewhere that you're not going to be disturbed. We can start beginning with our eyes open. And we're just going to walk through this simple exercise. As you begin with a soft focus, taking in the space around you. When you're ready, just taking nice, big breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe out this time, gently closing the eyes and feeling the weight of the body pressing against the seat beneath you. Whatever thoughts are racing around, just letting them go. Just feeling the weight of the contact, body against the seat, and just taking a few moments to settle into wherever you are. Just starting to notice the different sounds and starting to allow them to come and go. And as you bring the attention back to the body, just checking in with the body, noticing how you feel right now. There's no right or wrong way. Just noticing whether the body feels heavy or light, restless or still. Just start to build up a clearer picture, starting at the top of the head and just scanning down throughout the body. Noticing any areas that feel particularly comfortable and any areas that might feel a little tense or that might be tightening up somewhere. Just scanning down towards the toes. As you become more aware of those sensations in the body, you might have already noticed the rising and falling sensation of your breath. Some people feel it in the stomach. Some people feel it in the chest. Just noticing where you feel your breath and beginning to notice where in the body you feel that rising and falling sensation. There's no need to breathe in any special way. Just staying with the moment of the breath, just beginning to notice the rhythm of breathing. Are all the breaths the same? Or is each one a little different? Are the breaths long or short, deep or shallow? And as you continue to follow that movement, just starting to count the breaths. As you feel the rising sensation, counting 1, falling sensation 2, and 3, and 4. Stopping at 4 and starting again at 1. Just counting 2 complete breaths. And again, each time starting at 1. Now still having a soft focus, still allowing thoughts to come and go with not a lot of effort required, no special breathing required. Just resting the attention on the breath. The only thing you need to do is notice when the mind has wandered off. And in that moment, let that thinking go and gently bring the attention back. And now letting go of that focus on the breath. And just for a moment, letting the mind wander, doing whatever it wants to do. So if it's been wanting to think, just let the mind think. And gently bringing the attention back now. Just coming back to the body, back to that feeling of weight and contact. Just starting to become more aware of the space around you again. Any sounds, the temperature, and when you're ready, in your own time, gently opening the eyes again. And just pause for a moment and notice how you feel, how your body feels. At first, it can feel counterintuitive when you start trying to prioritize things. To take time out like this for an exercise, it can really feel counterintuitive. But it is actually part of developing that sense of calm, clarity, and composure that is essential in prioritization. I'm also going to suggest that you try to develop a clear routine. So very often we have lots of different things going on, and it's very difficult to feel as though we are losing track, as if we're not on the right track, if we're off the rails. Sometimes it is as if we're following a certain plan or preset list of actions. So as much as possible, try to slow things down a little and create a routine and a plan for yourself. Even if it's trying to have the same drink every morning, going for a walk after lunch, there's something about creating a routine that will bring a sense of calm and clarity to the mind. And I'd like to get back to that idea a bit next week, so hopefully you can join us again. And we thank you so much, and enjoy this afternoon and everything that it has to bring to you.